How many of you have a plan for human waste? It's probably one of the most important but least discussed topics in survival planning. Today we're going to take a look at a way to take care of that issue and show you a really neat product in order to do it with. Today we're looking at the Vevor portable toilet. This thing is a chemical toilet, it flushes, and it's affordable too. Let's get started. So proper sanitation is really important in the aftermath of any large-scale catastrophe, because without it, disease can spread into the community. Diseases caused by improper sanitation would include things like cholera, hepatitis, polio, typhoid. The list goes on. And when the power grid goes down for an extended period of time, some toilets just aren't going to flush anymore. And even the ones that do, eventually that water treatment plant is going to run out of power, and you're going to be stuck without a working toilet. Now, yes, it's true you can flush the toilets after the electricity is off for a little while, but eventually the sewers will back up because the sewage treatment plants are going to turn off. They do have backups for short emergencies, but they're not equipped for, say, a month-long power failure or some kind of earthquake or severe storm. And any of the pipes between the water treatment plant and your home could be broken as well, so you're left high and dry without something to use for your human waste. Now, it can contaminate water sources as well. So without a proper treatment and without a proper storage, you can end up contaminating the water around you and make things even worse for everybody in your whole community. We've seen these, third world countries where people use the restroom right out in the open, and you've also seen the diseases that come with that. So in the event of a long-term disaster where your sanitation may be cut off, something like this would be really, really handy. So in summary, toilets are essential in disaster situations to safeguard the public health, ensure human dignity as well, and contribute to the efficient and effective response of recovery efforts, okay? Proper sanitation and infrastructure is a critical component of disaster preparedness and response planning. So you're doing your part by having something like this, as well as keeping yourself safe from those diseases too. So this little guy here from Vevor, okay? These run $76.99. Now, if you've looked up flushing chemical toilets, you know they can be very expensive. I've even reviewed a few on this channel years ago that were in the $300 to $200 range. So for $76, $77 with everything said and done, you get a pretty good deal here. It holds a 3.2 gallon waste tank and a 2.6 gallon flush tank. So that gives you a whole lot of flushes. Okay, it does have a push button pressurized flush thing back here. You have a level indicator for your waste tank at the bottom here, and these do separate. We'll show you all that in a sec. But that's green, that means it's empty, and when it turns red, it's time to empty it. It is very sealable, so there will be no spillage, nothing like that. The cool part about this, even though this looks smaller than the ones I reviewed in the past, is it's got super easy portability. Now, not once you fill it up because water's heavy, but you can put it almost anywhere, even in a small little RV or something. And with measurements, just 15.2 by 13.4 by 13.1 inches, okay? Now here's another shocker that I was really surprised. This toilet can support up to 440 pounds. So it's compact yet functional. It gives you the comfort of having a real home toilet during an emergency or disaster. Now, I can think of 2 times in my life, not disaster situations, but 2 times in my life where I've had to use a chemical toilet in my own home. First was back when I lived in California. We had a 2-family house, and we had the upstairs, and they were remodeling the bathroom, and get whatever the rules say and the laws say in California, they left us without a bathroom for 2 days. So I broke out my little chemical toilet, and we were able to use it for 2 days. The second time was here when our flood happened, and we got flooded out from our guest bathroom, and we didn't have toilets for a few days. So I broke out the chemical toilet, and it is also important to store the stuff down here in the waste tank that makes it smell a little bit better too. You can buy all that stuff easily at any RV section at Walmart or any RV store or anything like that. Very, very easy to find and use, okay? This does have pressurized flush for 95 times. So you got a 2.6 gallon tank there. You can flush it with the manual piston pump back here, and it pulls up and you flush like that, and we'll show it to you. I'm not going to demo this in the way you think I'm going to demo this. We're just going to use water. Okay, very user-friendly design, easy to clean, very durable material. The inner bucket inside here is smooth and non-stick, so there's no need to scrub this thing out every time. This removes, it does have a removable toilet seat for easy cleaning. Okay, so you can take that seat right off by pushing in on that. And it is just a regular toilet seat up there, and it does come up or down, depending. And you have two places in which you're going to place your stuff. Now, with the clean water, you're going to be putting it up top here in this thing. You're going to open this up and pour in your clean water, and that's going to be the water that you flush with. Now, I'm going to put some blue food coloring in that so you can actually see the toilet working. We're going to put it down on the ground, and we're going to actually show you the toilet doing its job. And on the bottom here, this separates, and you have a tank at the bottom here that you can take off, and you're going to just put some deodorizing stuff in the bottom of this tank down here. So that'll be really simple to get set up. So you do have an exhaust button on this, so when you're going through altitude, lower and higher altitude in your RV, you can equalize the pressure so you're not going to have anything exploding or spilling over. Okay? Using this is pretty straightforward. It does come with instructions on the inside here, but I mean, it's pretty common sense. So what we're going to do is we are going to fill up the bottom. We're going to add some deodorant to the tank at the bottom. Separate the two and add the deodorant, okay? We're going to put them back together again. We're going to add fresh water to the top tank, and that's where I'm going to put my blue food coloring so you can actually see it coming down and flushing. Then we're going to open the side to use the valve here. This is your actual hole that drops things in. So when you want things to go down, you're going to do that. You're going to use the toilet, open it up, let whatever's going to fall, and then you're going to flush, or however you want to do it. But that's what opens up the hole at the bottom of the toilet, okay? So we're going to try this out. I'm going to fill it up with some water and some chemical at the bottom, just to see how it smells as far as the chemical goes, see if it actually permeates up. And we're going to try this out and see how it works. So let me get this set up, filled up with water, and we'll be right back. Now, before I fill it up, I did forget. I want to show you the workings of the tank at the bottom, the storage tank. You're going to have a little L-shaped tube here, and you're going to be able to move this, open it up. Haven't unscrewed it yet, and dump it out. If you want to add chemicals to this when it's fresh and clean and nothing in it, you're simply going to open up this middle section here, and you'll push down on this handle, okay? Because there are little locks that keep it from opening when this isn't connected to it. And you're going to pour in your nice smelly stuff, your chemical toilet stuff, whatever. You pour it in there and let that sit, and that will keep the smell down. So close it up. I'm going to fill it up with a little bit of chemical. Okay, we have both filled up now. This has clean water. This has, what I did was I put a little bit of bleach and water in there because I want to see what the smell is like coming up. And one thing's for sure, you can smell bleach. So instead of using a nasty smell, we're using a bleach smell. So basically, to put this together now, this is going to be a little bit topsy-turvy here because of the water in it. But you're going to pick it up, turn it around like that. And I did spill some water on the outside of it. And snap it into place. And that's it. It's that simple. So, clean it up. We're going to put this on the ground, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it flushes. All right, so it's set up down there. I'm not going to sit on it and demonstrate it, but I am going to show you how it works. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is pull up that lever in the back there, okay? So let's pull that up. Okay, and now it's pressurized. Now, normally you do this after you were done doing whatever you got to do. I'm just showing it to you because I want to show you what it looks like when it flushes. So I'm going to push it down and flush. Okay. Hopefully you saw the blue water there and you see it sitting at the bottom. Now when I'm done, okay, I'm all finished and I want to let that go and vent, I'm going to pull the bottom here and open it up. That's simple. So all you got to do is pick it up, push like that to flush, push it all the way down, and then you have your bottom open. Now you can leave it open or you can leave it closed. I would prefer to leave it closed while I'm using it, and then when I'm done and want to flush everything down, I can do that. You can either do that while you're flushing or do it before. This will wash off anything on the sides. And you get a good strong flush through that. So it's pretty darn decent. Let's let that drain out. And there you go. Now I'm not smelling any bleach right now. I have this open and I'm still not smelling that bleach. And I put a good amount down there just to see what it would smell like, to see if the smell would come up. So it does seem to be pretty well protected. So let's get this back up on the table. We'll finish up, give you the final information on it, and I'll show you how to empty it too, because that's really important. All right, so now you can see that there's just a little bit of red showing up here, so it's about like one third or one quarter maybe, or 1/8 full. What we're going to do is show you how to disconnect it now. And I have a bucket here. We're going to, naturally, of course, you'd be dumping this in a safe place because that's the whole point of sanitation. But I have a bucket here that I'm going to use to dump the so-called wastewater in with the bleach and the blue dye. So we're going to spin this guy around here like this. Need something to grab on. All right. Pick that up and off. That's simple. Now this is still heavy because it still has water in it. So we're going to move this and get it out of the way. All right, now we're going to swing this wherever we want it. So in this case, we're going to swing it over this way. And I'm kind of going to do a switcheroo here. Switch it over. And just open this up and dump the bucket. Dump it in there and see what we got. Now this will be heavier, of course, once we get to where we're going, you know, with a full tank, but it's that simple. Now I can smell the bleach and the blue dye in there. And I did put a little water in with the bleach, so it won't be as strong. And it's that simple. It's emptied. It's done. You got a bucket here. Got stuff in it, you know. Got your wastewater in there. And that's it. It's that simple. So screw this cap back on. It does come with an extra rubber gasket. Oh, where is it? Over here. For your cap here to seal. Because you want this to be completely sealed so it doesn't smell. You want a good seal on it. I keep cross-threading it there. There we go. You want a good seal on it so it doesn't smell. So it's really that simple. Let me get the top back on this thing and we'll finish up the video. So that is basically it. It's a very simple system to use. I would say in an emergency situation or even camping or in an RV that you take on the road, any kind of homemade kind of RV, like a little van or those converted school buses, something like this could really be valuable for you. And it sure as heck beats stopping on the side of the road or stopping at every truck stop you see to go to the restroom. So it's definitely really cool. You got a 3.2 gallon waste tank, 2.6 gallon flush tank. Product dimensions are about 15.2 by 13.1 by 13.1 inches. You're going to hold about 2.6 gallons in the flush tank. That's going to be the water up top. And in the sewage tank, 3.2 on the bottom. The whole weight on this, when not full of water, is about 7.5 pounds. Very, very lightweight for a toilet. Very comfortable. I did sit on it to make sure it's comfortable. I'm not going to demo using it, but you get the idea. So all in all, I think it's great. $76, $76.99, so really $77. Plus, you get my 5% discount for using my code VIVORSALES down there below. I will have a link directly to this, okay? So you don't have to hunt through the website. It goes directly to it. You can check it out. They have a bunch of other ones too. If you're interested, don't feel obligated to buy this. Don't feel obligated to spend that much money, even if you can get some kind of system with a bucket and a pool noodle around it. Something, so that you're not openly disposing of waste in places where it shouldn't be. And it makes it a whole lot more convenient, gives you privacy, being able to be in your own home, use the toilet, whatever, and be done with it. I find these do keep the smell down big time, especially if you use the commercially available little packets or the pods they take to throw in there. You put a little water, you throw a pod in, and all you'll smell is that chemical. You won't smell anything else. I did find that even with the bleach and the water that I had in the bottom waste tank, when I opened this up to flush, I wasn't getting that horrible smell back. So all in all, definitely cool deal. All right, the link will be down below. Check it out. Again, they have a bunch of other types, bigger, smaller, whatever you're looking for, simpler or more complicated. And again, like I said, don't feel obligated to buy something like this. Just make sure you have a plan for your waste sanitation after an emergency or during an emergency. Also, don't forget to check out all our other links down below. We have our Amazon affiliate store. If you folks have been shopping in there, I really do appreciate it. Just click that link, shop as you normally would. We don't mind you can do that either. It really helps us out. Brings us more cool stuff to the channel. Our freeze-dried wholesalers link. It's a new month, folks. Time to get started on your food preparations. If you have not put anything away so far, and you're watching the world as it's going on, you definitely want to pay attention to it. So check it out below. My link saves you 15% just for clicking the link. You click the link, shop as you normally would, buy what you want, and remember, when you get to check out at the end of the transaction in your cart, you will see my discount right there. Also, too, our My Patriot Supply link. We have a bunch of good deals going on preparewithiridium.com. Preparewithiridium.com. Don't feel obligated again to buy the deals on my page. Click the little icon, the logo up top there that says, My Patriot Supply. Click that, you'll go right into the store. There's a ton of other prepper and survival gear on there. After that, of course, is our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. Don't forget Thrive. I do have a video coming up for them. Want to show you what I got in from them this month. So don't forget to check that out as well. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.